Orders, well, we got breaking news because we got two major transactions by way of the Indiana Fever. One of them is like, thank God, good riddance. You quit on the team. See ya. Peace. Whatever. Go away. Bye-bye now.
So, here's the deal. Dewanna Bonner had a bright start with the Indiana Fever, but rumor was she simply didn't want to be a bench player behind Caitlin Clark. And I'm not talking rumors. Bonner's own words confirm it. The fit just didn't work out. But at the end of the day, it was either her or Clark on that floor.
Signed Dewanna Bonner to begin with and burn up $200,000. I mean, I don't understand why Dewanna Bonner signed here to begin with. I really don't. I don't understand why did she even bother? All right. So
early in the season, Bonner made it clear she wanted a starting role, not to take a back seat. But everyone knew Caitlin Clark was Indy's priority franchise player. So you'll be shocked by what Bonner did next. She took her paycheck but refused to play. She stayed off the court, ghosting practices, skipping games, but still collected her salary. Fans and teammates began whispering, "Is this about Caitlin?" The Ben Simmons comparison popped up fast. Someone getting paid but sitting out until they get their way.
So Dewanna Bonner responded. She responded to leaving the Indiana Fever, and at least she didn't go out there and call out the Fever or anything. At least she didn't do that, I guess. But she has, in fact, spoken about leaving the Indiana Fever. And look, at the end of the day, she didn't want to be there. She didn't want to be there. And if you're either with us or you're against us, and clearly you're now against us.
Here's where the drama deepens. Fans were worried. Some speculated it was family or health issues. But the truth? Bonner simply didn't want to accept a bench role. That's when trust started to crack. Imagine being a fan support, showing up, cheering for her, hoping everything was fine. And then you find out it was just not liking your role. That kind of betrayal hits deep. You don't just leave. It was personal preference, and it hurt the team's trust. At some point, the team, and possibly Bonner herself, realized it was a zero-sum game. You're either the lead or stepping aside. It couldn't be both. Press reports hinted that she confided in close teammates, "I want more minutes, more impact." But that wasn't part of Indy's plan.
she looks old on the court. All right, not trying to be this is not ageism. She looks like an older athlete. All right, she looks slower on the court, and the team has been lacking energy. It's been a serious problem.
With Bonner pushing for her role, locker room tensions skyrocketed. Chemistry vanished. People whispered the coach felt like she'd hired a snake oil salesperson, someone who talks through a plan but acts differently behind the scenes. It's chaos when the star and the veteran clash for airtime. Then came the breaking point. Dewanna Bonner officially requested a season-ending exit. Her statement sounded polite. Thanks to the Fever, it didn't work out. But the reality? She wanted off the bench. Period. Indiana granted her request, and she signed a minimum deal with the Phoenix Mercury.
I want to sincerely thank the Indiana Fever for the opportunity to be part of the Fever franchise. Despite our shared goals and excitement heading into the season, I felt the fit did not work out, and I appreciate the organization's willingness to grant my request to move on, particularly at this point in my career. Bonner said, "I wish the Fever great success as they continue to build around this dynamic group of young players. Show up to work. Show up." The Fever, if Dewanna Bonner had requested a trade, if she requested a trade, this is my only issue with the situation. My issue is not Dewanna Bonner wanting out. My issue is the fact that she took her money and just refused to play. She refused to play. You had fans out there praying for you.
Now, here's the kicker. She got exactly what she wanted. No fines, no punishment. She effectively said, "Bench me, ask me to sit, I'll walk." And that set a precedent. The Fever look clueless, while Bonner walks off with the power to choose her next team. And guess what this did to Caitlin Clark? Word out of Indianapolis is Caitlin looked dejected and defeated on the floor. Normally fiery and full of energy, she seemed off. People wonder, was this a self-inflicted distraction?
giving you the benefit of the doubt. Well, I don't want to come off the bench is not enough. Is not a personal issue. Well, I don't like my role. Like that, genuinely, is like it's just not good enough.
Team announced. Indiana looked at trade possibilities for the 6-time All-Star who had not played since June 10th for what the team called, quote, personal reasons. Well, the personal reasons were, from what I could tell, playing time is what I knew.
Some say letting go of veteran guard Tammy earlier was the real mistake. She was steady, reliable, and not interested in a starring role. Instead, the Fever gambled on Bonner to produce, and it backfired. Now they're scrambling for replacements like Emma Miesemann, but those aren't guaranteed fits. The outcome? If Bonner and Clark can't share the spotlight, the team identity becomes fractured. It's damaged brand, damaged locker room, and damaged performance.
So that said, Dewanna Bonner listed Phoenix as one of her preferred destinations.
So what's next? The rumor is Indy might pivot, either bring in a veteran to back up Clark or give Timpson real minutes to grow. But right now, they're in limbo. Bonner got what she wanted. Clark is left holding the torch alone, and a playoff push might be smoke and mirrors. If you think this is just team drama, think again. This is a showdown between player roles, legacy, and who gets to lead. Will Bonner thrive in Phoenix, finally the first option? Will Clark hit her stride as the unquestioned face of the Fever? Let me know in the comments. Whose side are you on? And if you love deep dives like this, don't forget, subscribe to Hoop 2, hit that thumbs up, and ring that bell. You can hoop with us here every week. We drop breakdowns, player truths, and insider rumors you won't hear anywhere else. See you next game.